countries that Pakistani media is totally biased and they are briefing the wrong information to their fellow Pakistani people.
Full cooperation of Pakistan is required, and I do not believe war is the solution. I think dialogue should occur, but the tensions are very real and I do not believe it's overhyped at all.
For their own selfish popularity, they have made a mess of the whole scenario. Otherwise, if they had been partisan, I mean, a lot of stability would have taken shape.
It was Face the Nation, and the question we're raising tonight are Indian and Pakistani media both creating jingoism. Carry on with your voting and we'll carry on with our discussion. Hamid Mir, do you think that the Pakistani media would have reacted differently if the Indian media had reacted differently? If there had been saner voices within the Indian media, if the Indian television anchors had been a little more moderate and reasonable, do you think the Pakistani media would have taken a cue from that and not had a reactive kind of a response?
Sagarika, I must tell you that in the first 3-4 days of this crisis, from November 26th to November 2nd and 3rd, Pakistani media was only reacting whatever was coming from the Indian media. The Pakistani media was just responding back. So we were playing the role of a reactionary media. But then I personally noticed that there are some saner voices in Indian media. So we took an initiative and we started raising the same kind of voices, and there was a positive reaction from within the Pakistani masses. So it encouraged us, and now we are not alone. Now there are many people on different TV channels. There are many column writers who are writing in Urdu language and English language, and they are writing against this war hysteria. They are also criticizing the role of the Pakistani media in the Pakistani press. So I think that this is a test case for us. This is a learning process for us, and also for the Indian media, for the Pakistani media. And we should not mislead the people. We should not misguide the people.
Right. In fact, Hamid Mir, we in India are very proud to call you our comrades, because the Pakistani media is in fact very, very brave.
Yep.
We were talking about that. It's a very brave media. They're up against much bigger enemies than we are. They're up against the intelligence, the military, yet many of them raise their voices. They write very critical pieces. So we really need to appreciate what the Pakistani journalist is up against and what he is able to achieve in those conditions.
Surely, Sagarika, I have seen those journalists working in Lahore, Karachi and Rawalpindi, and I salute them, because the mainline journalists, there are poisonous people there and there are poisonous people here. There are many prejudiced guys here writing in journals.
I'm glad to hear that you're saying that, but I'm going to get Siddharth Vadrajan in for a very quick comment. We're completely out of time. The kind of media, the blogs, the television channels, is the technology dictating the jingoism?
I think technology and competition. I'm not so worried about blogs, because internet penetration in both Pakistan and India,
but it's under police. You can spew out venom on the
That's true, but I'm saying it's not as if it affects the sort of masses at large. But I think the electronic, the TV channels, I've seen the way in which nuanced statements by officials in a briefing get distorted into a one-line headline, which has a very, very negative repercussions. So I think the technology, the race to compete for breaking news, I think all of that has a negative impact.
Right. Well, we're going to have to leave it there. Hamid Mir, Siddharth Vadrajan, Tarun Vijay, thanks very much, gentlemen, indeed, for joining us with the final verdict. The question we asked you, are Indian and Pakistani media creating jingoism? In fact, 71 yes, 29 no, with a percentage say yes has actually come down. Well, we need to remember that, as Asif Ali Zardari said, there's a little bit of India in every Pakistani and a little bit of Pakistan in every Indian. He said this just 4 days before the 26/11 attacks. That bond of the heart may be a little tenuous at the moment, but we're neighbors and we need to know that we sink or swim together. Thanks for watching Face the Nation.